Morning everyone. Welcome back to Concourse Classics. Welcome back to the channel. Staying local today. We're off to Woodbridge. If you're from sort of Suffolk area, you'll probably know Woodbridge quite well. So it's not too far from us to pick up a lovely 1985, I think it is, BMW E30. A chap called George, who's got in touch with me over sort of end of last week, tail end of last week. A little bit of rust repair and a sort of driver side rear wheel arch. The aim is to clean it up and repair the rotten sections, get it for an MOT, so he can have it back and enjoy it. It's had quite a lot of work over the years. Tom will like these. He's got a soft spot for E30s, so yeah, really cool. Yeah, enjoy. We're back at the workshop. There's an E30, it's green. I love the colour, it's really cool. Really nice little project this. Me thinks that'll go straight through an MOT. That is our job and that is what we've got to do for the client. The only thing on it is the sort of strut tower on the opposite side. Slight corrosion, there's a little hole, and obviously it's within X amount of the mounting point to the strut tower. So she runs, she drives, she starts, she stops. She looks great. Really enjoyable time picking this up. Customer is really lovely chap. Before we run out of time, it is now 2 o'clock. I'm gonna get it on a ramp, have a look at it, see if we can find any other bits. A couple of other things that the customer wanted us to take a little look at, but the main concern is the not so solidness of it. So we're going to take care of that before we take care of anything else. Enjoy yourselves a E30 BMW, much like I'm gonna, and get her unloaded. Yeah?
Oh, it's got power steering.
So we're up on the ramp now with the E30 and yeah, just having a little look over it really. For the age of these, and I've seen a lot of E30s rot away. This one actually looks really clean under here. It's not too bad at all. I mean, it's been used, it's had a life, it's been enjoyed, but all in all, it's quite nice. No visible holes other than what it's here for, which is in the rear wheel arch in here, just behind the strut tower in there. It's had loads of MOT sort of work before. I call it MOT work because it's sort of what the goal is with this thing, I think, is to just get it through an MOT, make it nice. It's a presentable car, keep it on the road, save it, and so our client can enjoy it. And yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a problem at all, really. Give it a little clean, as you saw, and yeah, we're just sort of having a little look at really what we've got to take off and apart to unfire hazard. Wouldn't you say, Tom? The interior.
Yeah, it's a pretty safe bet. So fuel tank, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, the fuel
line.
The fuel, yeah, the filler neck, the shock. There's a loom that passes literally straight in front of where the hole is. Is it?
Well, I don't know.
In the back.
Oh, it's got right on.
So yeah, but a lot of the interior, I think, is going to have to come out. So yeah, rear seats, rear backrest, and side pockets, etc. Maybe some wiring. Who knows? Actually, quite a bit of work for
Small job.
a smallish job. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's quite an important repair in terms of safety and things. So it's quite necessary. But I can see quite a bit of time going into just taking this thing apart, putting it back together. So we'll make a start on that, I think, and see how far we get. See how easy it is, more than anything.
Are we doing this? Yeah. I guess we have to now.
Okie dokie, so you guys are familiar with the E30 by now. Seen us pick it up, we've got it back to the workshop, we've got the interior stripped, so we've got the rear seats out, the rear sort of rear support out, all the boot lining is out as well. And really, yeah, just a bit of a precaution in making sure we don't set fire to anything when we're welding it up. So this has come in effectively for some rot and corrosion and things on this driver's arch. Primarily the hole in the, a couple of holes actually in the strut tower in here. But yeah, I've done some light digging and there seems to be a few more holes here and there, all sort of pretty localised within the arch as far as we know. But yeah, the customer wants to get this for an MOT, get it on the road, get it roadworthy, get it nice and long lasting and protected, so he's not going to have any problems with it in the future. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm just stripping back some of the old underseal now, so it'll gain a bit better access for Chris when he welds up the holes, makes the new sections and things like that. So yeah, some questionable sort of areas on it. I mean, it's had some previous restoration work, talking to the customer, and the closest part of the wheel well here to the door, there's a great big rot hole in it, and then just sort of a good ½ inch of fiberglass filler in there that someone's obviously just sort of slapped in and undersealed over. So I'm hoping there isn't any other areas on the car that have been dealt with in the same inappropriate way. Yeah, we're here to do what it takes to get it through an MOT, and it shouldn't be too much of a difficult job to do. But of course I've got the dirty job of scraping it all back, so I thought I'd make my time productive. But yeah, we're making sure we don't put too much heat through this, damage the paint on the inside, as obviously we don't want to do more work than we need to. So it's the easiest way of getting off all that underseal though, so trying to be as careful as I can. But yeah, stay tuned and you'll see Chris make it less rusty very shortly, I'm sure.
Right, so we've got this BMW in at the moment. It failed on an MOT. It recently went to another place and was fully restored. Yeah, I mean, the fact it's got rot holes, you know, you can tell sort of where and what happened to this car previously. Some of it's quite major, where we've got these like shock tower supports. I mean, this is quite thick. There's 2 mil steel, and it had rot holes in. A lot of fiberglass filler had to come out of there, and then we've sort of just made this bottom piece exactly how it was. It was a little bit interesting to do, just because it's a press part, and then thick material is really difficult to sort of hand form. So it was made out of a few pieces and then fully TIG welded, and then blended. So it looks, you know, pretty much how it did. And then other than that, there was like the piece behind it that was really thin sheet metal, which sort of came down the outside here, just made it a little bit larger than the repair there. We then have, I mean, there's various holes in here. The front part of the wheel arch, I mean, was just, you couldn't see the seam running down here. That was just full of fiberglass filler. You can see where these little pieces have been tacked on, and then there's repairs up the top even. There's a few patches that have been welded on at some point, but they either don't cover all the rot, or, you know, the patch is rotting itself, which I suppose is just lack of real sort of preparation and paint after they did the repair. Typical stuff really, but yeah, there's a few repairs up in here. This one, there was one up here that took quite a while because it took a lot of hammer forming. That was made pretty much, well, it was made out of one piece, just to match the inner like press shape in the boot, which is clearance for the hinge for the boot lid. So yeah, it was pretty critical that that was perfect and that it still clears. You can't, well, once it's all painted, you know, you won't be able to tell. Even with minimal, you know, I don't think we're going to put any filler on it. It's just going to be straight primed and painted. Colour match paint on the inside because you can see it. So yeah, I've got a lot more to do. The outer arch has kind of been glued on a bit. It's pretty much just panel bond holding it on. So yeah, it's been an interesting job, but we're not going for a full restoration here. The customer's requested that basically we just get it to a point where it's able to pass an MOT. So basically it's anywhere within a foot of a suspension mount. So, you know, that typically ends up being the whole wheel arch really. We've got a piece here that I cut out from the front wheel arch. Bear in mind the wheel arch ended sort of here, and there was just nothing in here, and it's full of panel bond, which you can see. There was loads more. I ended up having to grind it all off. But yeah, there was patches just tacked on. There was a couple of tacks on there holding that on. Even like there was a little brace tab welded on here. Even that was panel bonded to the outer panel. And yeah, so, you know, barely holding on, and then was covered up by the fiberglass filler. So anyway, that'll go in the scrap. And we're now working on the new pieces. I've just got this. So this is essentially, that they will end up going together. The shape isn't quite there just yet, but this tucks up, this flange here ends up meeting with the flange of the wheel arch, and then that will be spot welded throughout.
Hey guys, my name is Jacob, I'm new at Concourse Classics. I'm here with the E30 that Chris has been working on mostly for the last few weeks. Basically finishing up the project. In here we've had epoxy brushed on all around the inside of the arch. It's been seam sealed, and Tom yesterday was applying Cobra all the way through into the back and sort of down here. So this is basically all finished now. Today has been more about the inside of the arch. Same sort of story round here. It's been epoxied, seam sealed. This is all being welded, basically brand new. And today we've been painting in the Cobra. And if I do say so myself, it is looking protected. and obviously there's just a little bit more to do, but we're close to the end now. There's some chips and damage and a little bit of painting to do sort of on the rim of the arch. And then that'll be it, assembly and done, hopefully. Pretty good day to be at E30. Sun's shining, repairs are finished, customer's on his way. Chris's beautiful repairs have taken place. Underseal has been undersealed. Paint's been painted. Go for it, Chris.
No, basically this went somewhere that had restored the car, and I mean that sort of in a really loose sense. We found quite a few issues when going through it. I mean, the fact it was rotting out, and it was only done, was it 2 years ago that it was done?
Yeah, roughly 2 years.
Roughly 2 years ago, and the amount of fiberglass filler that we found throughout, like the wheel arches and through the floor and stuff, is just absolutely crazy. So yeah, we just done what we could do with it, because you know, as you'd expect, the customer doesn't want to pay to restore the car again after they thought that's what happened. So yeah, I mean, at least there's metal now with metal, so it's solid, good for the MOTs and stuff. And you can see all the panel lines, especially all the little flanges inside and stuff, inside the wheel arches, because yeah, before it was just completely blended over. Yeah. And then yeah, Tom has perfectly sort of blended in the outside of the paint, and yeah, I mean, you can see, you can't even tell.
Well, you know, the real thing with this car and the real goal was for it to pass an MOT, which it has as of last night. So
yeah, but it wasn't just a typical like slap a patch over it.
No, exactly.
And throw it through.
Yeah.
But yeah, only really this side, a little bit on the other side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, with the close-up shots, you can see like it's really good, and just ready to go, and at least isn't going to rot out anytime soon.
That it won't. So yeah, as I said, it's a good day to be an E30.